A young man stood before a towering wall of financial uncertainty, watching others throw their hard-earned money over it hoping for the best, while a wiser voice beside him whispered, "What if instead of gambling, you learned to build your own bridge across?" In that illuminating moment, the path to true investing opened, not as a risky game for the rich, but as a learnable skill that anyone could master with the right mindset and education. This is the warm, empowering heart of The Rich Dad Guide to Investing by Robert T. Kiyosaki, a book that feels like your most supportive, big brother friend walking beside you, handing you a flashlight and saying, "Sweet friend, investing isn't just for the wealthy or the lucky. It's for anyone willing to learn the rules, shift their thinking, and take consistent action. Let me guide you so you can build real wealth and freedom instead of staying trapped in the rat race. Let me share the full essence and lessons with you softly, the way we'd talk during a hopeful evening when money worries feel heavy and your heart is ready for a better way." Building beautifully on the foundations from Rich Dad Poor Dad and Cashflow Quadrant, Robert Kiyosaki dives deep into the world of investing. He explains that most people never become wealthy not because they lack money, but because they lack financial education and the right mindset. Investing is not about getting rich quick or following hot tips. It is about developing financial intelligence, understanding assets, managing risk wisely, and creating systems that generate ongoing income. One of the most powerful frameworks in the book is the 7 levels of investors. Level 1 is the broke investor who has nothing to invest. Level 2 is the saver who puts money in safe but low-return places like banks. Level 3 is the gambler chasing hot tips and lotteries. Level 4 is the secure investor focusing on retirement plans and mutual funds. Level 5 is the sophisticated investor who understands business and real estate. Level 6 is the capitalist who creates investments for others. Level 7 is the philanthropist who uses wealth to make a difference. Robert gently walks you through these levels with kindness, showing that you can move up step by step through learning and experience. This progression feels so hopeful because it meets you wherever you are and invites you forward without shame. Robert stresses that financial education is the foundation. School teaches us to be employees or self-employed, but rarely teaches investing. The rich focus on learning how money works, cash flow, taxes, corporations, market cycles, and asset classes. He explains how the rich use corporations to protect assets and reduce taxes legally, something most people never learn. You feel empowered as he breaks down complex ideas into simple, human terms. Investing is not about being smart with numbers. It is about being smart with principles and mindset. A deeply freeing lesson is the difference between good debt and bad debt, and between assets and liabilities. Good debt is money borrowed to buy assets that put more money in your pocket. Bad debt buys things that take money out. Robert shares emotional stories of people who shifted from fearing debt to using it wisely, transforming their financial lives. He also talks about the power of creating your own assets, starting businesses, developing products, or investing in real estate that generates rental income. These real-world examples touch your heart and make you believe change is possible even if you start with little. Robert explores the mindset shifts needed for successful investing. Fear of losing money keeps many people paralyzed on the left side of the cashflow quadrant. The rich understand that risk is part of the game, but it can be managed through education and experience. He encourages starting small, learning from mistakes, and surrounding yourself with smart, experienced people. This approach removes the intimidation and replaces it with quiet confidence. You feel seen in your own fears about money and hopeful that you can grow beyond them. Practical wisdom flows like a caring, patient guide. Start by increasing your financial literacy, read books, take courses, find mentors. Track your cash flow honestly. Build a strong foundation in the B and I quadrants. Learn about different investment vehicles, real estate, stocks, businesses, paper assets. Robert emphasizes building a team, accountants, lawyers, brokers, who support your vision. He also teaches the importance of giving back once wealth grows, creating a beautiful cycle of abundance. Emotional moments come when Robert shares his own journey and the lessons from his rich dad. Stories of ordinary people who moved from financial struggle to freedom through consistent learning and action will warm your heart. A family that built a real estate portfolio. An employee who started a small business on the side and eventually achieved freedom. These transformations prove that the path is open to anyone willing to learn. Robert honors the struggle while pointing to a brighter future. As you begin applying these principles, beautiful changes bloom. You feel more confident around money instead of anxious. Opportunities appear because you're paying attention. Passive income starts to grow, giving you more choices and time. Stress decreases as financial security builds. Most importantly, you develop a sense of empowerment and possibility. Money stops being a source of worry and becomes a tool for freedom and generosity. Friend, this book is speaking straight to your heart right now. You do not need to be rich to start investing. You need to be willing to learn. Whether you have a little or a lot, the principles in the Rich Dad Guide to Investing can guide you toward greater freedom. Start today with gentleness and curiosity. Read one chapter. Track your cash flow this week. Learn one new concept about assets or taxes. Talk to someone further along the path. Celebrate every bit of knowledge you gain. When fear or doubt shows up, remember Robert's loving reminder: mistakes are part of learning, and every rich person started somewhere. You are capable. You are worthy of financial peace. Robert Kiyosaki wrote this guide because he saw too many good people working hard yet never getting ahead. He wants you to feel hopeful, capable, and deeply empowered to take control of your financial future. You deserve to build wealth that supports your dreams. You deserve time freedom. You deserve to leave a positive legacy for your family. The world needs your gifts, and financial intelligence helps you share them more fully. The Rich Dad Guide to Investing is more than a book about stocks and real estate. It is a loving invitation to change how you think about money, take responsibility for your financial education, and build a life of abundance and freedom. Say yes to that invitation today. Open your mind to new possibilities. Take that first small step. Watch how beautifully your financial story transforms. Your future self is already smiling with gratitude, secure, free, generous, and proud, because of the wise, courageous choices you are making now. You've got this, dear friend. One lesson, one asset, one empowered decision at a time, your rich and abundant life is unfolding with possibility and joy. Keep learning. Keep growing. The best is still ahead.